Hello, welcome to Sue's Foods, and today I'm going to make this rather ugly but absolutely delicious cheese and bean pie. So let's do it. So for the pastry you're going to need plain flour, butter, salt and some cold water. It's that simple. For the filling you're going to need some beans and some sliced mozzarella. You'll also need an egg to give it an egg wash at the end, but you can leave this out if you don't want to do that. So I'm going to measure out 200 grams of flour. To that I'm going to add 100 grams of butter. I'm going to cut it up into little cubes. And I'm going to mix that butter into the flour with my fingers. Just going to rub it in. I'm just going to sprinkle over a little bit of table salt. And go in with some very cold water, just a little bit at a time. Mix it together, bring it into a dough. You just need to add a little bit of water at a time, otherwise you'll flood it. Once it starts coming together in the bowl, and you can squeeze it with your fingers and it comes together in a nice lump, turn it out onto a floured surface. Just squeeze it together a little bit and then you can start to roll. Make sure your pin's floured as well or it'll stick. And we want it about ½ centimetre thick. A nice thick buttery pastry. Keep turning it so it doesn't stick to your worktop. When you've got it to the right thickness, fetch in the dish that you're using and we're going to just lay it over the dish and cut it to size. Be quite generous when you don't stretch it too much because it has to fall into the dish. Just ease it all into shape. Then I just lightly roll my rolling pin across the top so I can cut off that excess. And this will be the lid. So I'm just going to roll that out ready now. Anything left, we'll make some cheese straws with. I have got a recipe for them on my YouTube, so off you go, have a look if you fancy them. Dead easy, really good to use with leftover pastry. I'm just going to roll out enough to cover this lid now. Lovely, and now we'll assemble. Okay, so take your mozzarella slices. These are better than using the fresh mozzarella balls, or you can use the grated mozzarella as well, because it doesn't go as watery in the pastry. And we're just going to try and cover the bottom with a layer of mozzarella. In with a layer of baked beans. I'm using about ½ a tin for this pie. I'll probably do 2 meals as well. Top it with mozzarella. More beans. And then finish it off with the last layer of mozzarella. I'll put it in the middle this time. Don't know why I didn't do that in the first place really. There you go. Lovely. Right. I'm just going to wet the edges of the pie with a little bit of water so the lid sticks. And lift that lid into place. Just roll it over. Press it down so it seals. I'm going to cut the edges off because, as I said before, I'm going to make cheese straws with that leftover pastry. Then I'm going to go around with a fork just to make sure it's sealed and to give it a little pretty rustic look. I'm going to brush that now with beaten egg so it becomes nice and golden. Give it a shake of black pepper for a nice savoury edge. And then just cut some air holes in it so it doesn't explode in the oven. And that will go into the oven, gas mark 6, about 180 for about 30 to 35 minutes. And here we have a delicious cheese and bean pie. So let's cut into it and have a look. Listen to that crisp. Beautiful. So we're getting 0 out of 10 for presentation. I won't show you what it looks like on the plate, but I'm going to give it a little test. I think, to be fair, if you leave it to go a bit colder, it'll be much easier to cut. Oh, it's so good though. Really warm and homely and just yummy. Just look at that ooziness. Delicious. Well, let me know if you give it a go.